Tommy's last fight wasn't very good. Based on that fight, I think Jake Paul beats Tommy fumbles.
They've probably been doing it for a similar amount of time. I don't know how long Tommy's been boxing for. I suppose it's not a fight that's, getting me excited like Plant and Canelo, but it's a big fight because it's going to do a lot of numbers, and people like to watch YouTubers fighting other guys. So I think that it's a huge fight, and if I'm being honest, I would favour Jake Paul in the fight.
You're only as good as your last fight. That's what they say in the fight game. Tommy's last fight wasn't very good, and he struggled against that guy. What was his name? Anthony Taylor. Struggled against him. He did. Simple as that. A way smaller guy that was an MMA fighter who's not got a particularly good record, doesn't have a boxing pedigree. And Tommy, I'd seen performances from Tommy where Tommy looked better. So maybe it was just a bad night at the office. Maybe it was just an awkward opponent and he was struggling with his timing. But based on that fight, I think Jake Paul beats Tommy fumbles.
He's carefully picked his opponents, obviously, and he's not fought a boxer yet. But the first boxer he's fighting is a guy who is a relative novice in the grand scheme of things, and who seems to have issues going more than 4 rounds. So I think that I would favour Jake Paul in that fight, and then we hear him, as mad as it may sound, he's beat a real boxer, although it's Tommy Fury. He's already started talking about it, but he starts calling out guys like Gervonta Davis, Canelo. It's mental. Yeah, I would favour him in the fight against Tommy Fury.
And he's going to change his name. And I thought that was a great line. What Jake says, so you value money more than your family name? I thought, that's a good one.
They've probably been doing it for a similar amount of time. I don't know how long Tommy's been boxing for. I suppose, yeah, you got to have some sort of principles as well to be in this sport. It's just it's madness, and it's just all turned into a bit of a circus for me, if I'm being honest. And I don't like to see proper fighters fighting YouTubers.
I don't know what to say. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's madness. It's madness. Mike Tyson's going to knock him out, right? It's an exhibition bout, so he's probably meant to take it easy. But I don't care. It's Mike Tyson. You stick him in a ring and you put a pair of gloves on. And we saw him against Roy Jones. They didn't look bad against Roy Jones, I mean, fair play to Logan Paul. The kid's got balls. But I tell you what, he had a couple of problems with Floyd Mayweather before, in the early rounds before Floyd decided to coast to a decision. And if Floyd's giving you problems, Mike Tyson's going to give you more.